Welcome to this presentation on the Periodic Safety Update Report, PSUR. The PSUR is a fundamental component in the ongoing evaluation of the benefit-risk balance of medicinal products after they have received marketing authorization. It ensures that all safety and efficacy data are systematically reviewed and that any new or emerging information is incorporated into the overall assessment of the product's safety profile. Today, we will cover the key aspects of PSURs, including their definition, purpose, planning, submission, and the quality review process. Disclaimer. Before we proceed, please note the disclaimer. The material presented in this presentation is copyrighted by Next PV Services SRO and reflects the views of the creator. Although our team leverages AI to enhance our operations, the responsibility for the accuracy, relevancy, and integrity of the information lies with our human experts. This blend of human expertise and AI ensures that we provide high-quality, timely, and informative content. Content. This slide outlines the structure of our presentation. We will start by discussing aggregated reports and their importance in pharmacovigilance. We will then define the PSUR and its purpose, followed by the planning, frequency, and submission process. Next, we will look at the life cycle of medicinal products in relation to aggregated reports and the different types of PBRER. We will cover the authoring and source data requirements, the quality review process, and the PSUR single assessment. Finally, we will review the legal background underpinning these processes. Aggregated reports. After a marketing authorization is granted, it is essential to continue evaluating the benefits and risks of medicinal products during actual and long-term use to confirm that the benefit-risk balance remains favorable. Aggregated reports summarize all available safety and efficacy information for a defined period and focus on evaluating the benefits in relation to the risks associated with drug use. These reports are submitted to health authorities as part of obligatory post-marketing surveillance. Examples include the PSUR, Periodic Safety Update Report, and PBRER, Periodic Benefit Risk Evaluation Report. The ACO, Addendum to the Clinical Overview, is another type, covered in separate training. Definition and purpose. The PSUR PBRER summarizes data on the benefits, efficacy, effectiveness, and risks, safety, of a medicine, including the results of all studies carried out with the medicine, both in its authorized and unauthorized uses. According to GVP Module 7, the main objective of a PSUR is to present a comprehensive, concise, and critical analysis of the risk-benefit balance of the medicinal product, taking into account new or emerging information in the context of cumulative information on risks and benefits. The PSUR is a tool for post-authorization evaluation at defined time points in the product lifecycle, enabling health authorities to determine if new risks have been identified or if the balance of benefits and risks has changed. Definition and purpose continued. Possible outcomes of PBRER evaluation include various risk minimization measures, such as updates to the SMPC, Summary of Product Characteristics, and PIL, Patient Information Leaflet, changes in dosage, packaging restrictions, prescription limitations, educational materials, training programs, and direct healthcare professional communication, DHPC. These measures aim to ensure that healthcare professionals and patients are informed about any new risks and can take appropriate actions to mitigate them. For example, warning cards for patients and DHPC templates in the Czech Republic are used to communicate important safety information effectively. Planning, frequency, and submission. Each marketing authorization holder, MAH, is responsible for submitting PSURs for their products according to specific timelines. PSURs covering intervals up to 12 months must be submitted within 70 calendar days of the data lock point, day 0, while those covering intervals longer than 12 months must be submitted within 90 days. The submission schedule is typically determined by the EURD list. which is updated monthly or by conditions specified in registration documentation or legislation. MAHs must also comply with non-EU country requirements, which may differ. The initial submission cycle often involves 6-month intervals after authorization, transitioning to annual and then 3-yearly intervals. Medicinal product lifecycle in relation to aggregated reports. In this slide, we see how aggregated reports fit into the lifecycle of a medicinal product. From the start date of marketing authorization, approval, through various reporting intervals and data lock points, to the distribution and submission of reports, each stage is critical in maintaining the safety and efficacy of the product. Regular submissions, such as the PBRER and ACO, play vital roles at specific intervals, including renewals. This lifecycle approach ensures that all collected data are accurately compiled and evaluated, supporting the continuous monitoring process. Types of PBRER, PSURs have evolved into the PBRER format to provide a more comprehensive evaluation of benefit-risk balance. There are several types of PBRERs, including global PBRERs for products registered in multiple countries, local PBRERs for single country registrations, and partner PBRERs under Safety Data Exchange Agreements, SDEAs. These reports are intended for regular submission, renewal of marketing authorization, especially outside the EU, and ad hoc submissions upon health authority requests. The shift to PBRER format aims to enhance the consistency and quality of safety evaluations globally. Authoring and source data. The content and structure of the PBRER are defined by the E2C-R2 ICH guideline and GVP Module 7. Templates vary, with a full PBRER aligning with these guidelines and a simple PBRER for some non-EU countries, where a simplified format may be acceptable. Stakeholders involved in authoring the PBRER include the client and respective departments, such as regulatory, clinical trials, and pharmacovigilance, as well as NextPV's PV department. Source data for the PBRER encompass registration data, reference safety information, literature, signals, monitoring topics, exposure data, previous reports, and various scientific and regulatory sources. Quality review. The PBRER must undergo a quality review by someone other than the author to ensure objectivity. The reviewer focuses on verifying that all legally required information is included, checking the consistency of presented data, and conducting an overall scientific evaluation to ensure the accuracy of safety information interpretation. They also check for typos, spelling errors, and formatting issues. Report approval is typically given by the EU QPPV or another designated person, ensuring that the PBRER meets all regulatory and quality standards before submission. PSUR Single Assessment PSURs, submitted in accordance with the EURD list, are subject to the EU PSUR Single Assessment PSUSA procedure. The EMA conducts single assessments of related PSURs for medicines containing the same active substances or combinations, even if they are subject to different marketing authorizations and authorized in more than one member state. This process aims to harmonize and strengthen the safety and benefit-risk review of medicines across the European Economic Area. Based on the evaluation, the EMA sends assessment reports to all marketing authorization holders whose medicines are part of the SUSA procedure. The EURD list legally binds the submission schedule, overriding other conditions related to SUR frequency. Legal background. The legal framework for SURs is grounded in several key documents. Regulation, EC. No. 726/2004 outlines the procedures for marketing authorizations and their renewals. Directive 2001/83/EC provides the legal basis for pharmacovigilance practices. Commission Implementing Regulation, EU. No. 520/2012. Details specific requirements for pharmacovigilance activities. GVP Module 7 offers comprehensive guidelines on the creation and submission of PSURs. The E2CR2 ICH guideline further supports these processes, ensuring that PSURs are conducted and submitted in compliance with international standards, maintaining the integrity and safety of medicinal products. Thank you for your attention. As we conclude this presentation, I want to thank you for your attention. The PSUR is a critical tool in pharmacovigilance, ensuring the continuous evaluation and safety of medicinal products. Should you have any further questions or require additional information, please do not hesitate to contact Next PV. We are committed to not just fulfilling tasks, but to supporting and taking care of our clients with the highest standards of professionalism and expertise.